Karbi community held at Kanpur. The news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has raised with his Australian counterpart Anthony Albanese India's concerns over incidents of attacks on temples and activities of pro-Khalistani elements in Australia. Modi raised the issue during his wide-ranging meeting with Albanese in Sydney today. In a joint press statement after the meeting, Modi said he had discussions with his Australian counterparts in the past on the issue of attacks on temples in Australia and activities of separatist elements. Modi said Prime Minister Albanese has assured him once again that he will take strict actions against such elements in the future also. Prime Minister Modi said the India-Australia ties are based on mutual trust and confidence. Modi said they had a constructive discussion on strengthening strategic cooperation in mining and critical minerals.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया में मंदिरों पर होने वाले हमलों और अलगाववादी तत्वों की गतिविधियों के संबंध में हमने पहले भी बात की थी और आज भी हमने बात की है। भारत और ऑस्ट्रेलिया के सौहार्दपूर्ण रिश्तों को कोई भी तत्व अपने विचारों या अपने एक्शन से आघात पहुंचाए, ये हमें स्वीकार्य नहीं है।
Assam and Meghalaya began their second phase of border talks. The Chief Minister of Assam and Meghalaya will jointly visit West Jaintia Hills and Karbi Anglong areas in June as part of confidence-building measures where there has been a lot of unrest and conflict in recent times between the Karbi and Jaintia communities. Talking to reporters after the first official Chief Minister level meeting between the two states and Guwahati, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said, from today the regional committees of both the states will start meeting, visiting the other states' sites or areas where difference still exists. He was hopeful to resolve the issues and differences through the process of discussion and mutual trust and confidence. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma said this is the beginning of the process to find a solution for the remaining 6 areas of differences.
From today, the regional committees of both the states will start meeting, start visiting the other 6 sites or other 6 areas where difference still exists.
This is the beginning of the process to find a solution to the 6 areas of differences which are left between Assam and the state of Meghalaya. As mentioned in the meeting today, we went through all the details and all the different reports and different discussions took place.
The Commissioner of Food Safety on Wednesday issued a temporary closure order of 5 tea stalls in the Polo area. The temporary closure notice against the 5 tea stalls Lakshmi Mishtan Bhandar, Meghalaya Mishtan Bhandar, Vishal Sweet, Jalpan Sweet Stand and Rice Hotel and K Suite was issued after they were closed down by the KSU members on Tuesday. The temporary closure notice was issued following an inspection by Assistant Commissioner of Food Safety, DBS Mukim, along with the staff of Shillong Municipal Board. Talking to reporters, Mukim said that all these 5 tea stalls are in a very unhygienic and unsanitary condition. Assistant Commissioner of Food Safety said that she will issue a proper closure order once she reaches her office and also mentioned the points which these 5 tea stalls will need to comply with.
Yeah, it is in a very, very unhygienic and unsanitary condition. The way they prepare the food pose a great threat to the safety and health of the consumers. And drains are not properly, not there, and waste matters from these shops were not treated. So this is also another issue. And then I have also seen that these shops, they have directly, let off the garbage to the water, directly to the stream.
The Hinutrep Youth Council, HYC, on Tuesday threatened to seek legal action against Conrad K. Sangma-led Meghalaya Democratic Alliance government if it fails to minimize unnecessary expenditures on non-performing government bodies. This came after an RTI filed by the HYC revealed that the government had spent over Rs 4.42 crore on the Meghalaya Economic Development Council (MEDC) and Meghalaya Resource and Employment Generation Council (MREGC) without making any contribution towards the state during the last 5 years. Addressing media persons, HYC General Secretary Roy Kupar Sinrem demanded that the Chief Minister of the state take corrective actions to minimize the unnecessary expenses on these types of committees, commissions, councils, etc., which do not provide any productive contributions to the government or the state as a whole.
We have filed an RTI with the planning department, only with the planning department, to know how many of those appointments have been, of those persons who have been made as chairman, co-chairman, vice chairman, deputy chairman, into the various council or commission, only within the planning department. The reply that we got is, there are two councils under the planning department. One is known as the Meghalaya Economic Development Council, with a chairman who is the sitting MLA, and other co-chairman, deputy chairman and vice chairman. There is another one which is known as the Meghalaya Resource and Employment Generation Council.
At least 22 pigs have died in Tiesau village of Nongstoin, West Khasi Hills district this month due to African swine fever in one piggery farm. Dr. P. Solang, A&H and veterinary officer, Nongstoin said that a sample has been collected and sent to Guwahati and found that they all tested positive for African swine fever. He said that the veterinary department has recently first reported the outbreak, following which instructions were issued and movement of pigs and supplies at Tiesau village and within 10 kilometers of its vicinity has been restricted. According to the notification, the infected area has been declared as a surveillance zone and Tiesau village has been declared as epicenter. Pigs are not allowed to move to the infected zones and handlers are not allowed to move to other pig sheds, and there shall be restriction on the movement of people to the infected premises.
Te gelap jing yada kaba haduk mentahi detang kata kaba ngikot ka biosecurity. Kata ka biosecurity ke kalong kumtu kumbang ala batai meneh ba kiar na kejing ya kendu penya kendu iki sniang lane kejing like visit kha lane like pek itu isam sniang. Dagi breu ki ya ki breu umsha ra ki breu ki ba nabar monon pek isam sniang joki namar pintip tu breu wan ai umi nai yo la like pek choy ka isam sniang jongno ko bala don sniang jingpang. Tenang tak ada kata kedai kepi security kepada kam tam haduk mentah. Lain nak kata hitam mentah 4 don. Pat sekawai ka advice jongi ke ba la ngila batai duduk mensua. Ban kiar ya ke ban wanra sniang nabar.
Peace talks between the Pnar community of Khanduli village and the Karmi community were held on Tuesday at Khanduli, Assam, BOP, border outpost. Representatives from both communities attended the meeting. Officials from the concerned districts, Assistant Commissioner W.K. Kharbuli and Assistant Commissioner and Border Magistrate Rakesh Thakur from West Karbi Anglong were present in the meeting. W.K. Kharbuli said that the purpose of this meeting is to bridge the communication gap between the two communities for a better and smooth exchange from both ends and, moreover, to bring about peace and tranquility in the area. Rakesh Thakur mentioned the importance of having frequent communication or dialogues between the two communities of the two states so as to further strengthen the ongoing relationship.
You've been coming here to restore peace. We also
And a quick look at the weather report now. The maximum temperature recorded was 20.7 degrees Celsius, the minimum 15.6 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 78%, while that in the evening grew by 3% to 81%. 7.4 millimeters of rainfall was recorded. The forecast: light to moderate rain is very likely to occur at most places. Our news bulletin is also available live on our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. In addition to watching on television, viewers may visit the DD News Shillong YouTube channel to tune in to our daily bulletin. And another look at the headlines before we wind up. Prime Minister Modi raises concerns over incidents of attacks on temples and activities of pro-Khalistani elements with his Australian counterpart. Second phase of border talks, both chief ministers to jointly visit West Jaintia Hills and Karbi Anglong in June. Commissioner of Food Safety issues a temporary closure order to 5 tea stalls in Polo area. And peace talks between the Pnar community and the Karbi community held at Kanduli. Well, viewers, that's all we have in this edition of the Bulletin. Join us again tomorrow evening for more news and updates.